Some places give you a feeling before they give you a reason. Here, on the southern edge of Lombok, the coastline moves at its own rhythm. Calm, clear, untouched. And sometimes, a place meets you exactly where you're meant to be. Marina Bay began with intention, a destination where multiple developers with one shared purpose could come together to shape a new chapter for Lombok's south coast, one built on responsible tourism and lasting prosperity. Within that destination, Kanara Capital has held a long-term commitment from the very beginning to anchor the world-class tourism destination with a signature 5-star luxury resort, create lasting opportunities for the local community, and stand together as a new benchmark for responsible tourism and economic growth in Indonesia. At the heart of that vision sits Soraya. More than a resort, Soraya is a 5-star signature resort with a lasting commitment to meaningful employment, environmental care, and architecture that honours both the land and the people who live and visit. As Marina Bay evolves, Soraya will remain its flagship, setting the standard for luxury and everything that follows. The heart of Kanara Capital's ambition and the experience that will define this coastline for decades to come.
Walking on the land here and swimming in the ocean, which is the first thing I ever did when I come here, and it's stunning. The water's beautiful, the temperature's good, and the best thing is there's a reef right out behind us here, 150 metres out. So in terms of safe swimming, you haven't got the rips, you haven't got the tides to worry about. It's absolutely beautiful.
Beauty is what draws you in. But it's not what keeps you here. What makes this place different is the intention behind it. The commitment to build with community, not over it. To create opportunity while protecting the land, and to welcome people into a development shaped by purpose, not pressure.
Marina Bay Lombok was born over a year ago now. I also sit on a company called Kanara.Asia, and we have over 20,000 properties for sale throughout Asia. And Lombok, the market sentiment is what drove us here, being a very special island, and we noticed a large attraction, a large volume of investors steering their direction towards Lombok. And so we went across here on a discovery tour, I guess you would call it. We found a beautiful beach, which is in the Buwan Mas village.
At Marina Bay, we believe every great project starts with listening. It's about coming together with the community, hearing what truly matters to them, and building prosperity side by side.
So today we did a bit of a deep dive. We sat down with the chief of the local village and just really wanted to find out what do they need, what's going to help the community at most, and it come back as education. English is going to create prosperity for them. So we've just designed a scholarship system now. We're actually going to be providing foreign education and sending some of the local teachers here overseas to Australia for some educational programs, so that way they can bring that knowledge back and share it with the community. What are some of the main needs of the local community here?
If we talked about needs, we got a lot, but let's take on a priority one, especially at the educational institutions. At the place where we are now, we need teachers. And maybe we could transfer an existing teachers to Australia to learn English.
We'd like to make a commitment to the community here on fulfilling that, and we've already prepared a scholarship program. We'll be able to take 2 teachers and send them across for education in Australia, and then bring them back so you can implement that into the local school here.
Because when you listen to a community, you realise that caring for people and caring for the land are the same thing. A place thrives only when both are looked after. So we've began working hand in hand with the village, not just in education, but in caring for the coastline itself. Small steps taken together, shaping a cleaner, stronger future.
So as we know, waste is a global issue, but here at Marina Bay, we've put a system in place to resolve these particular problems, about getting on top of it before you get behind the situation. As you can see here, there's been no one here, there's no residences, it's completely empty, and this is what the ocean's sort of thrown at the beach. Getting on the forefront is the first thing to do, and what we'll be doing today is organising a truck and hiring the local staff to start full-time job roles. Back at Marina Bay today, after coming here yesterday and not having a side visit for over 3 weeks, it was astonishing to see how much rubbish had actually washed up onshore.
Today, local staff are employed full-time to take care of this coastline, paid fair, livable wages so their work can strengthen both the land and their families.
The one thing that we want to do is preserve the beauty of what we do have here and ensure we stay on top of waste management. So Lombok right now is, there's an initiative through the government called 10 New Balis, and Lombok is on top of that list. Labuan Bajo is second on the list. Lombok itself is an emerging island. It's got a lot of growth. You can see that the forward planning's already been done in terms of infrastructure. You drive out of the airport and you've got a 20-metre wide road, and obviously Bali didn't have a lot of that and it grew too quickly. But Lombok is forward planning on infrastructure, and its growth has just been astronomical. What I've seen just over the last few years, let alone now in the short periods, you noticing growth in just in the months of interchanging me in between 3 to 4 weeks of being here. There's more development popping up, more money in circulation, and the tourism market's really booming. The start of the market's already passed, and this has already moved into it. It's a happening place. The future for Marina Bay looks really good. Initial responses, it's better than what we thought in terms of community response and international foreign investment.
The first 5 stages of Marina Bay were successfully planned, structured, and brought to the market under Kanara Capital's direction. Following the successful launch of Marina Bay's stage 1 to 5, operational responsibility for construction delivery was formally transitioned to Azure Waves Enterprises on September 24th, 2025, with their development team now leading on-the-ground execution. Kanara Asia remains the strategic master developer, focused on planning future Marina Bay stages and launching new partnership with select developers, while continuing to develop its own signature assets, including Soraya Resort. Across Asia, a new era of coastal living is emerging. And here in southern Lombok, the future is unfolding. Along 5 kilometres of turquoise water and untouched white sand, Kanara Capital is Asia's specialist in luxury coastal communities, shaping beachfront destinations designed for lifestyle, long-term value and reliable investment returns. Soraya Resort is our flagship, a world-class beachfront precinct where architecture meets nature and where a new coastal lifestyle is beginning to rise. It becomes a destination, not just a development. And as Lombok accelerates under Indonesia's 10 New Balis initiative, true beachfront land is becoming increasingly rare. At the heart of Marina Bay sits Soraya Resort, a luxury coastal retreat designed for living, for connection, and for the rhythm of the water. Sunlit mornings, palm-lined pathways, pool decks overlooking the ocean. This is beachfront living brought to life. And already momentum is building. Early buyers are securing their place within Soraya, shaping the first chapter of this beachfront community long before it opens its doors. Each villa has been crafted to embrace its own connection to the coastline, from elevated ocean view hideaways to absolute beachfront sanctuaries designed for modern coastal living.
So to buy a property here as a foreigner, it's a very simplistic process. People have been doing it for over 30 years, and it's a purchase that goes from an SHM title, a freehold title, and it converts into what they call HGB, and the ownership periods there can be up for 80 years, and then you can actually pay land taxes and continue that extension. So as a foreigner, you can't have it in your own name. However, you can open a PT/PMA company and hold the property in that actual company itself, and you can have 100% ownership of that company. You can be director shareholder, you could own that company with a corporate entity, a self-managed super fund, or whatever it may be, and you will own the company and it will own the title of the property. No, there's no risk of the government taking any property or anything like that. There was issues years ago which were exposed of people using nominees, and that created a lot of drama. I'd say that sort of finished up in around 2010. Nominees was not an advised structure by the government. HGB title was the advised structure, but people are doing that to cut down on taxes and cheat the government out of money, and I believe that that's where a lot of nominees' properties went wrong. But in terms of HGB, it's a stabilised, secure investment. The foreign investment that's in Indonesia is, really good for their economy, so they're not going to be going backwards and affecting anyone.
A new chapter is unfolding for Lombok, for Marina Bay. Some destinations you visit, some become part of you.